Good evening, all, and it's Friday night, and don't I know it? I wasn't sure whether I was going to stream tonight because as you know, I'm off on holiday tomorrow morning, and it all depended on whether we got the cars. So we're taking two cars with us. Whether we got
Shoot, hold on.
two little cars, tents and clothes and beach stuff and paddle boards and food and dog stuff and bedding and so on. But they're all packed. All packed. Clothes are packed. Food is packed. Meals are prepared. Had a bath. And now I've decided to stream. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Daniel's joining me. Hello, Daniel. Say hello to nice chat people, Daniel.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. I'm sure that you can hear you, they can. If I can hear you, they all can. So, hello to everybody who's in chat. We have Elfbait, we have Halakar, we have From the Hilt, and if anyone else would like to join us, well, we shall see. It was a bit impromptu. I said I didn't plan anything in advance, and I know last week when we finished Alone Against the Frost, and though we survived, we lost. I was going to run Alone Against the Dark tonight, and I started prepping for it. It requires quite a bit of prep because it uses 4 PCs again, and I haven't finished prepping. I mean, I only finished getting my holiday stuff ready like 20-25 minutes ago. So unfortunately, that's not ready to run. So I'll have to do that when I get back. So anyhow. Played some Cthulhu last night. Played some Call of Cthulhu last night. They've arrived in Constantinople, and they've discovered their contact in Constantinople has been knifed. His son has been kidnapped, and they've got to try and find out information, which includes dealing with a very unpleasant NPC by the name of the Frenchman. Who's quite a sort of sickly Frenchman, very arrogant. Yes, but hey, it's been it was quite good fun. But obviously everything's now on hiatus until I get back from my holiday. Hello, Mage. Congratulations on that on the 1,000 subscriber stream. I watched it. I've actually watched it twice through. I just thought I'd watch it twice, so give you 2 views. But good to see some good presents being given out, and thanks for the shout out because having been stagnant for ages, I've jumped up from 1,490 to 1,507 in 2 days in terms of subs. So obviously, yeah, got me a few new subs as well, Elf. Excellent. Same frogman that killed me. As in Frenchman. No, but I'm still hoping to join in tomorrow's OSE game remotely on my phone, but it all depends on what time we get to the campsite. The weather forecast is terrible, so we might end up wandering around town for the afternoon until things calm down a bit. In which case, I'll be with my family, so I won't be playing then. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You lost a few immediately after the premiere. Well, that actually happened with me when I did my 1,000 subscriber thing. You gain about 15 to 20 in the run up to it because people want stuff, and then when they find out they don't win stuff, they go and unsubscribe. And you never hear from them again. People are like that. But anyway, Halakha, your last name is French. Although you are apparently German and Scot. I don't know what I am apart from English. We've traced our family tree back to about 1800, and it looks like my family never travelled anywhere. All of my relatives have been from the centre of England, right back to about 1800. Didn't go any further back past there. But I know you can pay to have your DNA done, but never bothered. bothered. I know on one side of the family there are some German names. And there's every chance that there could have be a German element that married into the family around 1850. But we shall see. DM James, have you finished on your stream then? I know you were streaming. I was chatting in your chat a little while ago, but yes. Who's that? That is a bloody Black and Tan. Right, Black and Tan is actually a beer here as well. If you mix Guinness with sort of a mild or brown ale, you get a Black and Tan. It's Guinness and brown ale. It's nice. Right. Are we ready to begin some games? I have rolled up a fighting fantasy character. There was no time to get to Call of Cthulhu prepped, unfortunately. So I'm going to start with a bit of this. We played it once and we lost, and it was a while ago. So we'll go again right from the very beginning and see if we can survive a little bit further this time. Yeah, 2 hours is about right for most impromptu streams. And I know I dragged Wednesdays out for 3 hours, but that's normally because we're on topic for about 2 of them, and then we ramble for the last hour. Excellent, Halakar. Excellent. I'd like to see how it runs as a group adventure, and tell me how quick they get the inspiration, and whether you manage to cremate them all. Right, the background. Oyster Bay is a quiet fishing village some 60 miles down the coast from the notorious Port Blacksand. Because it is the end of a long peninsula reached only by a steep and winding path, the fishermen and their wives are left to lead a simple but content life, away from the monsters and the sorcery of the hinterland. Journeying south from Fang, you decide that you could do with a few days' rest, and knowing of no more peaceful place than Oyster Bay, you urge your horse towards the coast. Besides, an old adventuring friend of yours called Mungo lives there now, and it has been years since you last saw him. Cheers, Christopher. Do you like Chris, or do you prefer Christopher or Logan, whichever? 2 days later, you arrive at the edge of the cliffs overlooking Oyster Bay. It is a beautiful sunny morning, and everything looks tranquil below. Nothing seems to have changed. The cluster of stone cottages nestles between the foot of the cliffs and the jetty, where a dozen fishing boats lie at anchor. You jump off your horse and walk it down the winding path to the village. The first people you see are a group of crying women. As you approach them, several men step out of a cottage and run towards you. One of the four is your old friend Mungo. His weather-beaten face is full of anger. He looks surprised to see you, but wastes no time with words of welcome. He recounts the sad events that have befallen the village. Oyster Bay could easily be near Saltmarsh. I mean, yeah, you could easily convert this, I think. Having no gold or material wealth, the people of Oyster Bay thought themselves safe from raiders attacking their village. But several weeks ago, while most of the men were out at sea, the lizard men of Fire Island landed their boats in Oyster Bay and kidnapped several young men. Mungo believes that they are now enslaved on Fire Island and working in chain gangs in the gold mines. Since the kidnapping, 2 men were left to guard the village while the rest went out to fish. Despite this, the lizard men attacked again this very morning, overpowering the guards and taking away more young men. Mungo tells you that he's about to set sail for Fire Island alone because the other fishermen are too scared to set foot on the island. He stares at you in silence until you smile and say that you will aid him in his quest. He slaps you on the back and shakes your hand in gratitude. For the moment, the poor fishing folk forget their grief and crowd around you, eager to thank you. Mungo then invites you to dine with him and rest a while, as the voyage to Fire Island will take several hours. Over a delicious feast of boiled lobster and salad, you discuss your plans. Mungo tells you that he does not think that humans live on Fire Island any longer, but his knowledge is fairly limited. These are just rumors that pass between fishermen from other coastal villages. However, it is known that Fire Island used to be a prison colony, guarded by a tribe of paid lizard men. This was a rather futile attempt by Prince Olaf to rid his land of undesirable characters. The good prince soon learned that it would be simpler to put his lawful citizens on Fire Island and leave the evildoers on the mainland. There were just too many of them. He gave up his attempt and abandoned the prison colony. When the lizard men received no pay, they took their vengeance out on the prisoners, and the island became a place of terror ruled by the lizard man prison guard who proclaimed himself king. The prisoners were forced to dig mines in the hope of finding gold for the Lizard King. They were underfed and ill-treated, and many died. That is presumably why the Lizard King is sending out his men to find new slaves. It is known that in order to assert his authority, the Lizard King began practicing voodoo and black magic. He also started genetic experiments in an attempt to breed an invincible race of lizard men. Most of the experiments went wrong. Grotesque mutants were created, and some of the harmful potions found their way into the water drains with terrible consequences. The local flora and fauna were affected, and the result that man-eating plants developed and giant beasts evolved. A few of the prisoners managed to escape the island on rafts and were picked up by fishermen. But what has happened in the last few years, nobody knows. Fire Island had almost been forgotten until the recent raids. Success in your quest to assassinate the Lizard King and rescue the kidnapped victims is doubtful, but you must try. You stand up and walk down to the jetty with Mungo, stepping aboard his small fishing boat. In the sight of cheering villagers, you untie the boat and push out to sea, wondering if you will ever return. There we go. There we go. And we need to say hello to Iman. How are you?
Evening, everyone. Evening, John.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sorry, I'm a little bit late.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. It was a bit of an impromptu stream anyway, because I'm going on holiday tomorrow. So.
Oh, you going anywhere nice?
Cornwall.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you saying.
Yeah. And I mean, we spent about 3 hours tonight packing the cars and stuff. So jumped in the bath, got out of the bath in time, and thought, I'll stream. Oh, go on then. I'll stream. So, and we've got 9 people watching, which is marvelous.
Well, I'm not on the YouTube because I'm obviously part of this, so there's really 10.
And there's Daniel as well, so there's 11.
Oh, 11, yeah, true. Hey, Daniel.
He's muted at the moment, so he's probably off doing things. Oh, hello, Daniel. Right, so we move. Hello, Crafting Gamer. How are you doing? There's a picture. I believe that has to be Mungo, our mate. Yes, this does sound like it could make.
Put my camera on later.
Could make a good D&D adventure. This, I think. So, start reading with 1. Mungo's years with the fishermen of Oyster Bay have made him a skillful boatman. He swiftly hoists the sail of the small boat and sets a course due west across the silvery blue sea. The land soon recedes into the distance, and you sit back on the deck, relaxing in the afternoon sunshine. From the stern, you hear merry whistling, the creak of the rudder, and Mungo occasionally calling out to a seabird passing overhead. You think of the good times that you used to have with Mungo, its constant cheerful nature and willingness to help people in need. You find it difficult to believe that so much evil exists in the land when there lives the likes of Mungo. As the hours drift by, you talk and you laugh, trying to ignore the dangers ahead. Mungo is always one to tell a tale, and now he is telling you about his father, and how he used to work in a travelling circus. He was a big man, big as a mountain, laughs Mungo, and he would do just about anything for a paying crowd. Wrestle trolls, have elephants stand on him, and even let a killer bee sting him. He was a tough old customer, but he finally met his match in the north. The circus was in Fang as one of the attractions during the festivities surrounding the Trial of Champions, and my father decided on a whim to enter. He walked into Death Trap Dungeon, and alas, was never seen again. He was really too old for such an ordeal, but there's no telling him that. At least he tried. Just as Mungo is about to tell you his next tale, he jumps up and shouts, "Land ahoy!" at the top of his voice, as though he were yelling the news to the crew of a galleon. You look to where he's pointing to see Fire Island in the distance. The island sits on the sea like a green cushion, with a jagged mountain protruding from it. Smoke gently curls up from its top, a volcano's fuming anger waiting to explode. Mungo steers the boat towards a small inlet at the eastern tip of the island, hoping that it will remain concealed between the high rocks. You both put on your backpacks and clamber out of the boat to begin your quest to find the Lizard King. If you wish to scramble around the rocks to the beach in the cove to your left, choose that. If you wish to clamber over the rocks on the other side of the inlet to the beach on the cove to your right, tell me. So, first choice, left or right? There we go, fellas. We have a choice straight away.
I opt for right.
You're opting right.
This is Island of the Lizard King, innit? Is there any accents in this book
Any
that
accents?
I need to do?
I don't know. I mean, Mungo could have a R sort of accent. R, indeed.
Is it a pirate thing?
Yeah, I think so. Look at the picture. That's Mungo. That's your mate.
Ah,
Looks
yes.
quite piratey. R. R.
Arr.
R. Everybody's going with R for right. Everybody's
Yeah,
going with
arr. That's why.
R. That works. That works. So,
Thanks, Mum.
thanks, Iman's mum.
She just
Tell
made
your
me
mum
some
thanks
food,
for-
that's why.
Tell your mum thanks for whatever that was.
I did, yeah. Chicken curry.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so 33. You soon reach the beach, but duck down behind the rocks when you see what is happening on it. A rowing boat has been dragged onto the beach, obviously by the 6 pirates who are standing around a large chest. You look at Mungo and discuss what to do. We have a choice. Do we attack the pirates, or do we climb back to the inlet and over the beach to the other cove? Attack the pirates, or wimp out and go back. Them's your choices.
There's 6 of them.
6 of them, yes.
How many of us are there?
2.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What does your mum reckon we should do?
Funnily enough, I was actually keeping Mum updated on the Dracula story that we were reading, and I told her what happened, and she was like, "Oh, after all of that."
Yeah, 12 hours of streaming and we died right at the end. Yes.
Go
Right,
back,
we
I
have
think.
we have 2 votes for fighting. You
Is
reckon
that
go
all?
back?
I think go back. Yeah, 6 versus 2 is a bit.
Right, so we have 2 votes for fighting and 1 for back. Okay. People are being brave. Hello, Coco B. Wimp out, discretion and valor and all that. Oh, yeah. 3-2 at the moment. We're on 3-2. Yes. We're braving the M5 in the morning, which is a horrible motorway this time of year. My wife's ignoring me. Right. Coco Beware. I don't know who Coco Beware is. Someone in chat can enlighten me. Am I supposed to know who Coco Beware is?
He was a popular WWF wrestler back in the 80s, early 90s. He
Right.
was like Malaysian, had peacock feathers on him, stuff like that.
Ah.
Yeah. It was a joke.
Right. I never followed any of that wrestling. I remember the wrestling. We had wrestling here in Britain, and it was popular in the 70s. And it used to be on a program called World of Sport, which was on a Saturday lunchtime. And you'd have Mick McManus, Kendo Nagasaki, Giant haystacks and Big Daddy. Those were the four common ones. Giant haystacks. If you Google him, he was absolutely enormous. You're talking 7 foot, and you're talking 600 pounds, roughly in weight. He was huge, and he was always the baddie. Always the baddie. But most of the people who watched it were little old ladies who used to sit in the front row, with their handbags going, yeah, get him, get him. My grandmother loved it. Both my grandmothers used to watch it.
Calling it WWF is going blast from the past, you know.
Is it? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's WWE these days. It changed in like 2000 or something.
Is that because it clashed with the World Wildlife Fund?
Exactly, yeah. It was those damn pandas.
Yes, the pandas. Yeah, from what I know about Andre the Giant, yeah, giant haystacks and Andre the Giant. Yeah, he's our version. A big man. Right. Oh, I have heard of Davy Boy Smith. I've heard that name. Right, it looks like we're fighting because we had 3 votes for fighting, 2 votes for not fighting, and 5 people not voting. So 340. Is it going to be over really quickly? We'll find out. You draw your swords and run down to the beach, hoping to catch the pirates off guard. You manage to cut 2 down before they're able to draw their cutlasses, and then you each fight 2 of the remaining 4 at the same time. Okay. All right. Okay. I've got to fight 2 of them at the same time. Okay. So I make 1 attack roll. Will be red dice tonight. So on the first, okay, I've got this worked out. First round, we've wounded them and we've fended off the other guy. Second round, we've wounded our guy again, and we've been wounded. Our stats are 10 skill, 20 stamina, and only 8 luck. We're doing well against the guy we're attacking. Yes. Fended off the other guy. Every round. All right, well, we've killed the guy that we're attacking. We're now going to turn our attention to the other guy. And it's a draw. Okay, so now we're just fighting 1. He's the one with the slightly higher skill. But we've wounded him on the first round. You don't normally hear my dice going too much because normally my dice tray is packed. Oh, we've been wounded. It's a tie. We've been wounded again. It's cost us 6 stamina so far this fight. And we've got him. We've got him. There we go. Okay. If you defeat them both, turn to 61. We have defeated them, but it's cost us 6 stamina points. You look around to see Mungo fighting the last remaining pirate, the captain. Before you can help him, the captain lunges forward, piercing poor Mungo through the chest. He lets out an anguished cry and drops onto the golden sand in a crumpled heap. The captain then turns to face you, a grotesque sneer on his face, distorted by a long black scar running down the left side. You charge at the captain, seeking to avenge Mungo. He's quite tough. This is a 50-50 fight already. Well, we're in the lead. 7-5 in the first round. 6-7, so that means he's wounded us. Our skills are the same, so it's straight to the dice. 9-9 is a tie. 6-8, he's wounded us. This is not good. 8-8, tie. Ooh, 12-8, we wounded him. 1 more hit and he goes down. He's only got 6 stamina. 6-9, he's wounded us. Very even. 5-8. He's wounded us again. Uh-oh. 8-8. 4-4. 9-4, finally. Okay. So that's just cost us another 8 stamina. Cheers, Mage. Enjoy your game. Cheers. Right. So we're now at 6 stamina, 10 skill, and 8 luck. We've got 10 sets of provisions. Each of them heal 4 stamina. Do you think now would be a good time to eat one portion? Just vote in the chat, yes or no. Do it. Yeah, so everyone in chat. Chat's quite quiet tonight. Not so many in. Yep, so we've got 2 yeps. Eight. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you guys are happy. I'm eating some. There we go. That's healed us 4. So we're at 10-10 again. 165. The sand all around Mungo is red with blood. You kneel down beside him and gently lift his head to your arms. His eyes open a little, and he manages a half smile despite his agony. In a whisper, he says, "Well, we got him. But a lot of good it did me. Make sure you get the Lizard King for me, won't you?" Then his eyes close, and he slumps down dead. You bury him on the beach near the cliff, marking the grave with his sword skewered in the sand. You see a narrow goat track leading up the side of the cliff, and then look back to the chest lying on the beach. I have a choice here. Shall we walk up the goat track, or shall we open the chest? Goat track or chest?
I'm sorry. Have you seen how vertical goats can climb? No, thank you.
I have actually, yes. You go for the chest then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You and Daniel. And Halakar wants to go for loot as well. Have a snack over Mungo's corpse. Indeed, yes, of course. In fact, we ate our food while he was dying. He just held on a little bit for us to finish our dinner, and then he died.
We could have helped him, but no, we were too hungry.
Oh, well. For people who join in the OSC games, it looks like there isn't a game running tomorrow night, but there is one running tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. UK time. I believe that's sort of 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, America time. Gene's running that. So if anyone wants to play OSE tomorrow, there is a game going on the server.
Comrade, I must formally apologize for my absence last week.
Well, last week we played Middle Earth in the evening, and we played OSE during the afternoon. But yeah, join whenever. It's Elfbait reckons we go for the goat track. When you worked for a major bank, you remember taking a request for an emergency card replacement that included the designation of a goat track. So that was the route to get to the car, to the place was up a goat track. Marvelous. Anyway, 3-1 at the moment. 3 for loot, 1 for goat track. Anyone else want to vote? Or is everyone else just being quiet and has us on in the background? Okay, we're looting then. We are looting. 398. You prise open the chest and are surprised at its contents. Iron bars. The captain must have tricked his crew into believing they were burying treasure, and the real treasure is probably still on board his ship. Not that it will do him much good now. You decide to put one of the iron bars in your backpack, though, and walk over to the goat track. So we now have in our equipment an iron bar. I wonder if that'll come in useful somewhere. We're grabbing his booty. You wend your way up the goat track and are quite exhausted by the time you reach the top. You take a swig of water from your flask and realize that the water shortage could be a problem for you on this island. Looking west, you see the daunting sight of the sleeping volcano standing above the trees, but no sign of life, although you can certainly hear it, a cacophony of bird and insect noise. With the light quickly fading, you decide to camp down for the night behind some rocks. You do not sleep very well, though, and are awake at first light, eager to set off. You decide to head directly west into the trees. Throw iron bars at demons, indeed. The undergrowth between the trees is dense. Plants with long or broad leaves, some with spiny tips, vines, creepers, fungi, roots, and flowers of all sizes and shapes and colors fighting for light and space in the humid jungle thicket. You have to use your sword to cut your way through, and it is a long and slow business. Okay, we have an option here. Do we sit down and rest at the base of a great tree, or do we continue hacking our way west? Sit down and rest at the base of a great tree, or continue hacking our way westwards? Up to you, fellas.
I choose to continue hacking.
Continue hacking.
I feel like something bad will happen if we sit under the tree.
Daniel wants to rest. Halakar reckons we rest. Coco B, continue hacking west. We're 2-2 then. Crafting Gamer saying onward. And wine. We must have wine. Elfbait reckons we hack onwards. We're currently now at 4 for going onwards. And Daniel's changed his mind. Daniel has changed his mind. So it's only Halakar who wants to rest. So Halakar, you're outvoted. 81. You push your way slowly through the undergrowth. The hairs on the back of your neck start to prickle, and you feel you're being watched. You stand back, sword ready, watching the leaves for any sign of movement. Then 3 dark-skinned men step into view, each wearing only a crude loincloth. They are armed with stone clubs and long spears, but you are more alarmed to see that each wears a belt of shrunken human heads. The headhunters start to argue about who should kill you and earn the right to wear your head on his belt. Finally, one steps forward. Fight them one at a time. Hello, Thief Keef. So we'll at least be fighting these one at a time, so this battle is a little bit easier.
Keith, you better have gotten that iron brew, mate.
Yeah. Their skill's quite low, so we should be fine, even with our stamina of only 10. Yes. If the red dice keep rolling double 5s and double 6s and things like that, then we're sound. Or if the other 2 dice, which are purple and green, keep rolling low, then we're sound as well. Killed the first one. Might as well just keep rolling until something appears that looks like it could be a reversal. But 3 straight hits on the next one, kills him. They're not strong at all. 8, 7, 6, 9. 6, 9 is still a win to us because they've only got 6 skill. Yeah, there we go. We had a skill advantage of 4, so that was an easy one. The headhunters have no items or equipment on them, but they do have a hide bag containing bananas and coconuts. You save your own provisions and eat the headhunter's food. Add 1 stamina point. Okay. You wonder if their village is nearby and decide to climb a tree to get a better view. From the top, you see smoke rising not far away in the southwest. perhaps a village. Directly west, you see the trees gradually thin out, and away to the far northwest, you see the daunting shape of the volcano. You climb down from the tree and plan which way to head. Shall we keep going west, or do we go northwest in order to circumvent the smoke? So, do we go west or do we go northwest?
Which way circumvents the smoke?
Northwest circumvents the smoke. West heads us more directly towards the smoke.
I think circumvent. That's me.
Okay. You've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Yep, we have indeed. Everyone's saying northwest. Right. So, northwest. You struggle on through a dense jungle and suddenly stumble over a human skeleton. The maggots and insects have long since devoured the flesh, but the clothing looks like that of a prisoner who must have tried to escape. You wonder how he or she died. There's a hand axe and some rope lying by the prisoner, which you decide to take before continuing northwest. Hand axe, rope. Excellent. Good. Being very wary of the vegetation, you stay alert, constantly looking about. Halfway up a tree to your left, you see a crude platform and a vine hanging down from it. Do we climb up to the platform or do we press on? So do we climb up the vine to the platform or shall we just press on and ignore it? Up to you, fellas.
Investigate.
2 for climbing up. We're by a vine. Do we climb? Or do we continue? Coco B reckons we ignore it and press on. Everyone else is saying climb. This, of course, would be the answer if you're playing a regular RPG, because what else do characters do other than burn things?
This is true.
It's very yes. Climb. Okay, it looks like we're climbing. We are climbing. Okay, so let us climb. 286. You've climbed about halfway up the vine when you see a head pop out over the edge of the platform. It belongs to an old man with grey hair who glares down at you looking very angry. Go away, he cries, or you'll be sorry. Do we continue climbing up the vine, or shall we take his advice and slide down and continue northwest?
Continue.
Okay, we have a continue climbing. Daniel, does go mean continue up or leg it? Crafting Gamer says northwest. Continues. Elfbait says continue. Yeah, the Mad Hermit. Yes. Right. Okay. So we have. Yes, the Mad Hermit from B2. Keep on the Borderlands. What? So we have 3 for continuing climbing. 1, 2, 3 for going northwest, sliding down and going northwest. So we're at an impasse at the moment. Up or down? Up or down? Need more votes. Anybody else voting? We just ate the coconuts and bananas, though, didn't we? Anybody else wish to vote? 3 people in chat who have not voted. Should have a ping option here where I can just ping people who are lurking. But lurker reveal. That'll be another way of doing it. Click a button which just shows everybody who's there, so everyone can point fingers at the lurker. Right. Coco B is saying down. If he has limes, we have a party. Well, pina colada. Okay, so Coco B has said down. That takes us to 4-3. With no one else looking like voting, we're going down. 375. Hacking your way through the plants and shrubs, you become aware of a buzzing sound above you. Hovering over you is the colourful but threatening shape of a giant dragonfly, its iridescent wings beating fast, yet keeping the dragonfly perfectly still. Suddenly, it plunges down to attack you. Right. Immediate fight. Quite a few immediate fights in this book, those things. We've got 10 skill, it's got 8. First roll is 8-7 in our favour. It's only got 4 stamina, so I need to hit it twice. 7-12. That means it's hit us. 6-5. Yeah, we've got it. 2-2-1. Close to where the giant dragonfly now lies, in a crumpled heap, you see a patch of clam-shaped fungus attached to a rotting log. Right. We have an option here to eat the fungus or ignore it and set off again through the undergrowth. It's clam-shaped fungus. Do we eat it or do we set off again, ignoring the mushrooms?
Sorry, what were the options, John?
The options here we've killed the giant dragonfly, and near it is a patch of clam-shaped fungus.
Oh no! Don't eat it.
We've got Daniel voting for eating magic mushrooms. Keith saying eat it. You say don't eat it. Mark Hockman.
We got a few psychonauts.
Yeah. Good word, psychonaut.
Yes.
It is. It's somebody
I identify as one.
It's somebody who uses psychoactive
substances to explore their mind. Yeah, that's me.
And it used to be believed to be a way of communicating with the divine years back.
Yeah.
It's also a song by the band The Fields of the Nephilim.
Pardon me?
Which has got Cthulhu-esque chanting in it, in the middle of it. So, and I did write a little D&D adventure called Psychonaut once. Anyhow, right. We haven't got, hello Justin, we haven't got the option to take one with us, but most people seem to say eat it. Crafting Gamer says ignore it. You reckon we ignore it, Iman, but everybody else.
Looks like everyone's going to be tripping some mad balls.
Yes. I say we always do the opposite of what Justin suggests, because Justin tries to send us round in circles and kill us off. He is the definition of a fighting fantasy troll. Aren't you, Justin?
So is it like when it comes to boxing, you just go for the opposite of whatever David Hay says?
Yeah. But that's the right thing to do. Right, okay. So eat some of the fungus. 385. Let's have a look and see how wise that was.
The floor starts melting. You see dragon.
As you reach out to break off one of the fungi, its clam-like top opens up and releases a jet of spores into your face that irritate your skin, and lumps appear on your face. Your eyes start to close as the irritation increases. What do? Ignore it and hope it goes away. Rub your face with leaves from a nearby plant, or eat the fungus. So options are ignore, rub, and eat. Ignore, rub, or eat. I have a feeling none of these are going to be any good.
Well, I opted not to, so I don't really know if I'm allowed to choose now.
Oh, you've got to choose. Friday night.
Should we just double down? Let's
game,
rub.
You reckon rub? Okay.
Double down. Get some poison ivy. Why not?
Yeah. You can all see I'm tired tonight, can't you? So you just want to get us killed off in the book as quickly as possible so I can go to bed. Eat.
No.
Yep. Yes. Eat the fungus. All things are improved with random consumption, except the consumption. Eat. Okay. Right. Okay. Daniel says eat as well. Any more votes? 4 people have gone for eating this clearly unpleasant fungus.
Do you think if we eat it, we turn into like one of those clickers from The Last of Us?
From what?
One of those clickers from The Last of Us.
I've never seen The Last of Us.
Oh, you've not played the game either?
No.
Easily one of the best games ever.
Oh. I've heard the first one's good.
Yeah, number 2's a bit...
But I've heard the first one's good. I haven't really got into a new computer RPG for a long time. I just play the old stuff around and round and round again. just play the old stuff again and again and replay it. And once I've finished all my old stuff, I go back to the older stuff.
The amount of times I finished the original Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid, my goodness.
I worked for the company that released Final Fantasy VII on PC in the UK.
Didn't you say it was IDOS, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying. It's still crazy that.
It was a buggy mess. The PC version crashed all the time.
I blame you.
No, I
No, I'm joking.
I didn't write it. Did I play Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth on the computer? No, I didn't. Is it any good, Halakar? If it's good, I mean...
Oh, I tell you what's good. I have no mouth and I must scream.
Right. That's a video game.
It's a book as well, I believe. It might even be a movie.
I've heard of a film called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I've heard that.
I think the game is based off the film, yeah.
I have heard the name before. So...
It's one of the freakiest premises ever.
Scene for scene, Shadow over Innsmouth. Oh, fantastic! Shadow over Innsmouth is classic Lovecraft short story. So it's that's one of the audio books I've listened to. Which reminds me, I need to set up an audiobook for the journey down tomorrow. Because I'm bound to get stuck in traffic near Bristol. Okay, so eating has won the vote. Oh, I Have No Mouth is a Harlan Ellison short story. Ah. I mean, I've definitely heard of it. I've never encountered it.
Do you know the premise of it?
No, I don't. Don't tell me.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Okay, look, I don't mind computer games that are that way, and I've run plenty of role-playing game sessions that are very much that way. I won't watch films that are like that.
It's one of those point-and-click adventure games.
Right.
You know, like in the style of Monkey Island and stuff
Monkey
like
Island,
that.
Yeah. Played Monkey Island 1 and 2, so yeah.
I mean, I could possibly be misremembering it or like conflating two different memories, but I'm pretty sure that's what I Have No Mouth is.
Well, if it's fun, it might be worth checking out. Might even be worth playing on a stream sometime.
Oh, I would be so down for that. I'll do the AI voice.
Good. Right. Okay. We'll have to do that sometime.
Boo.
Boo, indeed.
Hi. I'm in my man cave.
In your man cave. Yeah. Chilling.
Yes.
Chilling. Right. We're eating the fungus because that was voted for. Supercomputer rules the US and uses humans as toys and doesn't want to murder the human race, just force them to serve it. Ooh. Okay, so not only is your skin allergic to the fungus spores, but your stomach does not take kindly to it either. Why isn't that a shock? You are violently sick as the fungus you have eaten is poisonous. Lose 3 stamina points and 1 luck point.
Ouch.
Okay. So that wasn't wise. If you're still alive, you gradually begin to feel better and set off again through the undergrowth. Yeah, and I'm going to eat some more provisions.
I just want to say I opted not to, and also to rub.
Yeah, I don't think rubbing it in would have been very good either, somehow.
Probably not, but...
No. Leaving it alone might have been a good idea.
You don't say.
You decide you've gone far enough northwest to avoid the headhunters' village and begin to cut your way directly through the jungle. You've not gone far when you are surprised to enter a small clearing, completely free of vegetation. A large green crystal lies in the center of the clearing, glowing and radiating heat. What do we do?
What are our options?
Walk around the crystal and continue west. Touch the crystal, or try to chip a piece of the crystal off with our sword.
You said something about heat emanating from it, so I might
Yes.
opt against touching it.
So either we leave it alone, we touch it, or we try to chip a piece off with our sword.
I'll try and chip a piece off.
Okay. People are going for the chip option. Yes, it's a popular option, chipping. Who have I not said hello to yet? Mercurius Orlicus. Hello. The one who's snuck in. Okay, so one for touch it, one for leave it alone, and everybody else wants to get a piece with the sword. So we're trying to chip a piece off with our sword. You swing your sword and bring it down heavily onto the rock. To your dismay, the blade snaps in two, leaving you with a much shortened sword. Lose 2 skill points.
Damn it.
If you're not already done so, you can touch the crystal, or you can leave it alone and continue.
No, if it fucked our sword up, I ain't touching it.
Jeb wants to leave it alone. I think Jeb might have been wise. Move on. So we've got 3 votes already for moving on, leaving it alone. Eat. There isn't the option to eat it. So we're planning to move on. Oh, hang on. Oh, right. Now, we're on 4, 5 for leaving it alone. Touch it, it's pretty. Touch it, always touch it, and poke it with a stick, which I'll take as a touch it. So we're now at 5-3, but there's only 9 people involved. So moving on. Moving on has the vote at the moment. And we will move on then. It's under 71. As you continue to hack your way noisily through the lush vegetation, you are unaware of the 6 pygmies you have attracted, who are now following you. They surround you before coming into view, their blowpipes aimed at your exposed flesh. Shall we try to communicate with them, or shall we fight them? They look like me and my relatives, to be honest.
Forgot I was muted. They look friendly. Let's talk to them.
Right. Okay. Right. Try and communicate with pygmies, or shall we fight the pygmies? Daniel's going for hand signals. I'm assuming that's communicate. Crafting Gamer is being very, very pessimistic there. We're at 3-1 at the moment for communicate. 3-2, 4-2. Five, 2. Okay, we are trying to communicate. 276. The pygmies grunt and shout at you. Oh, they're definitely me and my relatives then. But you do not understand their language. They obviously want something from you, but you're not sure what. What do you have that you wish to give them? A hand axe, an iron bar, or provisions? Or do you want to give them nothing? So 4 options here: hand axe, iron bar, provisions, or none of them.
Give them the iron bar.
So we have axe, bar, food, none. So we have 1 vote now for iron bar. Daniel says iron bar as well. Justin, it's no excuse because the amount of times you've got us killed by always voting for the worst possible outcome, it doesn't. Being right once doesn't excuse all of that.
By law of averages, it was going to happen eventually, right? He was going to be right at least once.
And these books aren't always the most logical, so sometimes going for the daftest answer actually works.
This is true.
Well, 4 votes for Iron Bar. Justin doesn't want to give him anything. Iron Bar's winning. Any more votes to stop it? Coco B says give him the axe. It's now 3 for axe, 4 for bar, 1 for nothing. Just give a few more seconds for anyone else to vote. You may wish to. Yeah, we're on double figures. Ooh. We've had lots more OSE game deaths last couple of weekends. Lots more. My characters died. Gingerbeard lost 2 characters. Nosorian lost a character. Yes, the body count has restarted and it's starting to build up again. All right, Iron Bar then. 3, 2, 7. One of the pygmies steps forward and snatches the Iron Bar away from you. He sniffs it and licks it, but he does not seem very pleased with it. He gestures for you to give him something else. Right, okay. Hand axe, provisions, or nothing. Those are your choices now. So no Iron Bar, axe, food, or nothing.
Is this hand axe one of our weapons?
It's not listed as a weapon for us, unfortunately. We've got a broken sword. I'm guessing it's more of a tool.
How many provisions do we have?
We've got 8.
We've already used 2.
Yeah. Elfbait, the deaths last couple of weeks. Gingerbeard lost 2 characters to goblins. Mine got killed by a newt man or frog man or whatever. And Nosorian got consumed by a crocodile while trying to be a heroic. He was playing an acrobat character and then rolled really badly and ended up in a pool with a crocodile swimming after him. And the inevitable happened. It was a death roll. Okay, so what do we got here? Food. What did you vote for him on?
I would say food as well, yeah.
Yeah, monsters, Elfbait monsters. So we've got 4 for food, 1 for nothing, 2 for axe. Cheers, Halakar. Thank you. See you in a week or 2. So food is winning at the moment. 4 for food, 2 for axe, 1 for nothing. We're going to go with food then. 1, 2, 6. You reach into your backpack and take out 3 portions of your provisions and divide them among the pygmies. Okay, we'd add 5 then. They each smell the food before trying it. They look at each other and all stop chewing at once. They spit out the food, noisily expressing their disgust. One of them signals the others to attack you, but just as he pulls his stone club from his belt, he falls over, clutching his stomach. The others, too, begin to stagger. Your food has made them ill. You waste them no more time and head off west into the undergrowth as fast as you can. I think we got away lightly then. Pressing on further west, you notice that the ground is becoming wetter and softer. Soon you are ankle deep in water. The trees thin out and you find yourself wading through thick black mire. The marshland stretches out in front of you as far as you can see. Suddenly you hear the sound of squelching behind you and you're surprised to see a strange creature run past you. It is small with green reptilian scales. Its arms are long and hang down to the ground, and it moves rapidly over the marsh on its webbed feet. It pays you no attention, though. Do we call out to the creature, or do we keep trudging west? Call out or keep trudging west?
Keep going.
Keep going. Stopping for a drink isn't an option. Go westward, my son. Everyone's saying go west, not call out. Okay. Keep trudging west. 158. The ground under your feet becomes softer and softer until with each step you are sinking into the black mire up to your knees. It is very tiring to keep going, and you begin to worry. The whole landscape is water-covered, with only the occasional clump of reeds breaking the surface. Still you press on resolutely, until, brought up short by the sight of a flaying tentacled arm unfolding out of the black water in front of you. Another arm reaches out. For a hideous octopus-like beast with dark green lumpy skin rises slowly into the air on its 6 arms. It is a loathsome slime sucker, and you must fight it. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's a picture.
Oh, so beautiful.
It is lovely, isn't it? It's lovely. And the good news is here that our already lowered skill of 8 now gets lowered further to 6 because it says we are tired and we have a lack of mobility. So
Yeah, I was going to ask if there was a penalty.
We're going into this fight with a skill of 6 and 10 stamina. We're fighting against a creature with skill 10 and 9 stamina.
Fudge.
Yeah, this book's going to end here. And the red dice have just rolled double 1. So, yeah, the red dice now hate us as well. Yeah, we're losing. It's hit us twice now. I haven't rolled higher than 5 on the red dice so far in this fight. It's not rolling particularly well, but it doesn't matter. Oh, there's a double 6 for us. Oh, we've hit it. Okay, we've got in 1 blow. 7, 12. That's no good. Oh, we're dying. We're dead. We're dead. Consumed by the slime sucker. So how many wrong decisions did we make there? All of them? Think it might be all of them? Yeah.
If it wasn't all of them, it was near enough.
Yeah. I think we went the wrong way at the start. We should never have fought the pirates. We should not have tried to hit the green gem. Yeah.
Oh, and that mushroom. Don't eat the mushroom. Don't go near the mushroom.
Don't go near the mushroom. Yeah, don't go near the mushroom. Okay, so everybody involved now has a choice. This isn't going to be a long stream tonight. It's only going to be half hour to go. Do we quickly play that book again, or do we play something else very quickly?
When you say something else, what do you mean?
No, I don't know. I mean, I've got all these books over here. all these books here, and these books, and seen all these fighting fantasy books that I've been collecting. Yeah. That's not all of them. There's still another 4 down there that I haven't picked up. Yes, I have been collecting. I mean, there's that we played last week. There isn't time to get back into that again. Probably not worth starting Beowulf, which I'd like to start at some point in the non too distant future. Jeb says start over.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, go on then.
We can make a
Okay.
bit of progress.
We can do. We can do. We can choose to go different ways. Play it again.
Yeah, we'll just explore the branches.
Dice.
Are you still using the red ones?
I think we should.
Okay.
We have a skill of 10 again. Stamina of 19 this time, which is lower than before. But at least our luck is now 9, which is 1 higher than it was. 10 provisions. Very average rolls. Potions. I'm going to take a potion. We've got to remember to use that potion from time to time. We're going to take a potion of fortune. Seems to be a bit of luck involved. Okay. We're ready to go again. I won't read the whole intro. So we arrive at the island with our friend Mungo. And the first choice is to scramble around the rocks on the beach where we've landed, to go to the cove to our left, or clamber over the rocks on the other side to the inlet and the cove to the right, which is where the pirates were. So do we go left or right?
Let's go left this time. Let's see what's up.
Yeah. I think Chad will probably agree. Apart from Justin, who will.
But the scales. But the
Yes.
scales.
Oh, Daniel's disappeared. Where did you disappear, Daniel? Everybody's saying left.
Good.
Everybody's saying left. Yes. Yes. There we go. There we go. Right. Left. 14. 24, sorry. My eyesight going, that is blimey. It doesn't take you long to reach the beach, which is small and covered with golden sand. A few rocks jut into the sea, and at the far end of the beach you see a tiny hut made of white stone. The roof has collapsed, and the hut looks deserted. There are some long tracks in the sand crisscrossing the beach. Shall we walk across the beach to the hut, or shall we go back to the inlet and over to the other beach and the other cove?
Yeah, let's explore the hut.
Hut or other cove? Yes, let's see how long Mungo lives now. Probably not very long.
Is he like the token companion that dies no matter what you do?
Yeah, yeah. You know, your American football, that we've just gone hut, hut, hut. You get a bit of lag, Daniel. That's fair enough. Fair enough.
My connection seems to be all right for once.
For once, yeah. Oh, you mean your video is choppy, but at least your sound's okay.
Oh, is it? Oh, it looks all right to me. Okay.
You keep freezing. You know, when you freeze in awkward poses.
Oh God, so flattering.
Yes.
So flattering.
Oh yes, yes. There's a good one from me from Wednesday night stream because I had internet issues. Hello, Manfred. So it is hut. It is hut. 211.
Hopefully, it's Pizza Hut.
I can't do pizza.
Oh yeah. Oh, the lactose thing. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Yes. You're about halfway across the beach when suddenly a large mound of sand by the sea's edge starts to rise into the air. There you see 6 large spiny legs and a pair of pincers.
Oh,
And
not
as
again.
And as the sand slides off its huge shell, your eyes widen at the daunting sight of a giant crab before you. It scuttles across the sand, picking up Mungo with one of its pincers. Mungo cries out in pain, unable to free himself from the vice-like grip. Shall we help Mungo, or shall we run to the stone hut? Help,
Poor
Mungo.
dude.
Help, Mungo. There we are, picture.
It's a giant enemy crab.
It is, and there's Mungo. Look, he's got him. He's got him. Help, Mungo, or run.
If there's any Metal Gear Solid fans here, hopefully you'll understand. Crab battle.
I don't know anything about Metal Gear Solid. I don't. There'll probably be somebody in chat who's played it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, hopefully for you.
Yeah, we help Mungo.
You want to help him?
I want to help him, yeah.
Okay, okay. We have 2 for running away so far. Justin. Justin.
That's good.
Right, so we've got help and run. Let's. You said help. Let's go through these votes. We've got Mercurius said run. We've got Coco B said run. We've got Justin said help him. Mercurius has already voted, so there's 2 votes. Jeb says fight. Mar Huckman reckons he's already dead. Daniel reckons fight. And Thief Keith reckons fight. Okay. Crafting Gamer says run, but it's 5-4 towards helping him. 182. He's our friend after all. Oh, blimey. This thing's tough. You run at the giant crab with your sword drawn. It drops Mungo into the sand in order to attack you with both pincers. Come on, red dice. It's a 50-50 fight. We've both got skill 10. The dice don't like us at the moment. Oh, that's leveled it up. And that's the dice hating us again. Come on, red dice. Yes, we're level. We're level. 7-7, that's a tie. 6-8, we've lost. Still going though, still going. 5-8, we've lost again. Come on, red dice. 6-6, a tie. 6-6 again, a tie. 3-6, we've lost. So far, we've hit it twice. It's hit us 5 times. Red dice aren't good. Oh, they are now. 9-5, we won that one. 8-8, another tie. 10-8, we've won that one. Come on. Come on. 4-4.
Come on.
10-9. Oh, it's no, I read that wrongly. It's 10-9 to him. Oh, that's better. 8-7. Come on, hit him one more time. 4-9. We're down to 5 health. We've lost 14 health in this fight. Come on. 6-6. So many ties. So many ties. The other dice are rolling really, really well, but that is a 7-7. 8-5. Finally.
Yes.
Finally. The red dice didn't like us there. These dice were rolling considerably higher. But we got there. 3-6-6. Kneeling down beside the crushed body of Mungo, you gently lift his head in your arms. His eyes open a little, and he manages half a smile despite his agony. In a whisper, he says, "Well, old friend, it's the end of the road for me. A lot of use I've been. Make sure you get the Wizard King for me, won't you?" Then his eyes close, and he slumps down, dead. You bury him on the beach near the cliff, marking his grave with the sword skewered into the sand. More determined than ever, you set off on your quest and walk towards a stone hut, eating some provisions on the way, because we need to. Because we need to. Right.
How many have we eaten?
We've eaten one so far.
Just the one.
Yeah. That takes us back to 9 stamina. Hopefully things aren't going to be as tough as the crab all the time. The abandoned hut is littered with broken furniture, smashed pottery, and a few bits of torn clothing. You kick away the dirty rug to see the handle of a trapdoor in the floorboards. Shall we lift the trapdoor, or shall we leave the hut?
Yeah, let's check it.
Yeah. We're gamers. Of course we're checking it.
I don't think I've actually, just randomly, I don't think I've actually ever read a fighting fantasy book where they give you such a strong enemy so soon.
Yeah. Didn't Death Trap Dungeon give you evil enemies throughout?
I guess so, yeah, but that's literally called Death Trap Dungeon, so...
Yeah. I mean, the crab had 10, skill 10, stamina 11.
Yeah, that's for a first enemy. That's
first enemy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Good, though. Nice change of pace.
Yeah. Soften you up. Right at the very start. Okay. Lift the trapdoor. 267. You pull on the handle and lift up the trapdoor. In a small compartment, you see a wooden box, which you lift out and place on the floor. The lid is covered with candle wax. Shall we open the box, or shall we leave the hut? Open the box, or leave the hut?
If I know fighting fantasy well enough, it's given us plenty of options to not check the thing out.
Yeah.
But I'm still tempted to check it.
Having said that, though, Warlock of Firetop Mountain does that at one point. It gives you 3 or 4 chances to go the other direction at these crossroads, and the other direction is the wrong way.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
You have to keep going east.
I remember that, yeah.
Yes.
The first time I ever finished the book, I didn't actually finish it because I didn't have the right keys.
Yeah. We've got to the end of it 2 or 3 times on stream with the wrong keys, and got killed by the golem thing once. We played it through 3 or 4 times. Not succeeded on that one yet. Wrong keys throughout. What's in the box? Open that box. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Of course, we're opening the box. 354. The lift lifts up easily, and inside you find a corked earthenware jug and a note which reads, "Many years ago I came to Fire Island for peace and solitude, but since the lizard men have dwelt here, such an existence is no longer possible. I have now returned to the mainland. Many of the plants and bushes here are poisonous. A scratch can kill you. Drink my potion from this jug and you will come to no harm. I wish you well for whatever reason you are here. Farewell, Baskin." Do we trust him and drink the liquid, or do we leave the hut immediately?
Drink the liquid.
So drink or leave. 1 vote for drink. Drink. Father Ted. One of Britain's and Ireland's combined effort on the fight.
I hear you're a racist now, Father.
Yes. Only I don't think I've got time to be racist.
I think my favourite episode has to be where he kicks Bishop Brennan up the arse.
I like the one where they're in the
You're gonna say caravan, aren't you?
The caravan, yes.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it. You knew it. Yeah, that's magnificent.
Oh, the Milkman episode was a good one.
They were all good, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were all good.
Oh, I think one of my favourite childhood moments was I just walked into the living room and Father Ted was on, and it was in that moment where Dougal had the box of the TV around his head, and Father Jack's just like, "How the heck did that idiot get on TV?" Oh no, you said gobshite.
Yes. The one where Father Jack was in a home. They put him in a home with all the other similarly drunken fathers, and every time the light was turned on, you just heard this cacophony of "feck, feck, arse, arse, girls," and they turned the light off to silence them all, and then they turned the light on again, and they'd all set off again. Yes.
Oh, good old days.
Drink. The liquid tastes of aniseed and is milky in colour. You gulp it down but feel no effects and can only presume that it will protect you on the journey ahead. Okay, you put down the jug and leave the hut. Turn to 152. Behind the hut, you see a narrow goat track leading up the side of the cliff. You wend your way up it and are quite exhausted by the time you reach the top. You take a swig of water from your flask and realize that water shortage could be a problem for you on this island. Looking west, you see the daunting sight of the sleeping volcano standing above the trees, but no sign of life, although you can certainly hear it, a cacophony of bird and insect noise. With the light quickly fading, you decide to camp for the night behind some rocks. You do not sleep very well and are awake at first light, eager to set off, and decide to head directly west into the trees. I think we should have rejoined the path we were going before.
It sounds like it, yeah.
It does, yes. The undergrowth.
It sounds like Mungo's death was quite similar, word for word.
It does, yes. The undergrowth between the trees is dense. Plants with long or broad leaves, some with spiny tips, vines, creepers, fungi, roots, and flowers of all sizes, shapes, and colours, fighting for light and space in the humid jungle thicket. You have to use your sword to cut your way through it, and it is a long and slow business. Shall we sit down and rest at the base of a great tree, or shall we continue hacking our way west? No, it's not a very friendly island at all. Right, so this time...
What did we do last time?
We continued hacking west last time. So, rest or west? Rest or west? Those are
you know what, actually, considering we're low on health as well, maybe we should rest these provisions if possible.
Okay.
Maybe.
I've popped a tick for you next to rest. Rest or west? Daniel's agreeing with you this time. In fact, 4 people this time have gone for a rest at the tree. Justin, yes. Take a nap. Crafting Gaber says west. Sleeping here is a death sentence. Does Crafting Gamer know this book? Are we about to learn another method of dying?
Word, boy.
But unfortunately, we have 6 votes for rest. So, rest takes it. Sorry, Mercurius, you've been outvoted, as have you, Crafting Gamer. Sit down and rest. 53. A sweet smell floats down from the upper foliage of the tree, which makes you feel relaxed and drowsy. As your eyelids droop, you do not see a thick vine lower itself down from the branches above. It silently wraps itself around your neck and starts to squeeze. You awaken, choking, and try to grasp your sword, which is lying by your feet. Test your luck. Whose idea was it to use the red dice? It was mine, wasn't it? It was
You,
mine.
sir.
Yeah. We've got luck of 9, and I've just rolled double 6.
Shit.
They couldn't roll high during combat. But when we do a luck check, okay, we are unlucky. Turn to 132.
Oh, I hope we're not dead already. Maybe the crafting game are new.
Maybe, yeah. You stretch out as far as you can, but you're unable to reach your sword. The vine's grip becomes tighter and tighter, and you soon lose consciousness. You have fallen prey to a carnivorous tree. This book has killed us again. I think we died to it once or twice to it before. I was going to go back and find out how often we died to every book, and I started documenting it all, but then I got distracted, as is my way. So I need to document it. But this book has killed us 3 or 4 times now. All right. Okay, well, I'm not going to restart. How many times have we died? Well, we've died twice on this stream so far, Manfred.
Yeah, twice in 1.5 hours.
Yes, that's not bad. That's not bad. Well, we managed to fail Call of Cthulhu Adventure twice last week as well. So,
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a nice failure rate. The week before, we failed Dracula after 6 sessions of reading. We've only completed 2 books. Forest of Doom and Alone Against the Flames.
We're not having a good time of it, are we?
No.
Did you completed Sword of the Samurai? I can't remember.
No, we died in that.
Shit. Where'd you get up to? I'm not sure if I was part of that one. I think I was part 1. I didn't watch the rest.
I think we got quite far into it. It seems to me we got quite. We got too far
Did you
into.
get to the Tourney of the Plains?
I can't remember. I know.
The bit with all the doors.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I know we played more than 1 session of it, so we didn't run a second time through because we'd gone such a long way the first time. But I didn't. I was gonna. I need to go back and document again. So, in fact, I might do a bit of that now. When are we doing MERP again? We'll play MERP on a Saturday night on Discord, and the next session is going to be in 3 weeks' time when I get back from holiday. So, if you wish to join that, you're more than welcome. But yeah, I'm going to draw this stream to a close then. So, because I am, as most of you know, I'm off on holiday tomorrow. Okay, D20. How is D20 different from Beckney? D20 is basically the 3rd edition Pathfinder mechanic, where pretty much everything is resolved on a D20 plus a skill versus a target number. And D20 systems basically use that as their core and modify it in certain ways. So that's how the D20 games work. It's easy, but I don't tend to like it. But it's because I link it with 3rd edition D&D, which I don't like, and Pathfinder, which I like even less. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna bring this stream to a close now, and thank you to Iman for joining me, and Daniel for joining me earlier, and everybody in chat. I don't think you know. Beckme characters are probably very, very weak for a D20 system. There tends to be most D20 systems tend to have skills and feats and things like that. And a lot of them will use a point buy to start you off at least a moderate power level. So I wouldn't use a Beckme character. I'm off to Cornwall, going to Cornwall in a tent. So tomorrow I'm going to be stuck on the motorway for most of the day and putting up a tent in the afternoon in the rain, more than likely. But I don't care because it's holiday. Right, I'm going to shoot. So I'll see everybody when I get back from holiday, which will be a week tomorrow. So see you all. Good night.
Thanks for having me.
Good one. Cheers. No problem.
Bye, everyone.